All right, before I get down to the actual review, there's just a couple things I want to talk about. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a buzz killer. I know there's a lot of great discussion going around about WWE and Punk and all that stuff. And there really hasn't been a lot of indie videos or international videos done over the last couple of weeks. So, but I really do want to talk about this compilation because I've been trying to get through it for the last three months, but I finally got through it and I thought it was great. So. Yeah, but before we get to that, let's just touch on. I just want to touch on one topic of discussion, and it's about Japanese wrestling talent coming into Ring of Honor. We haven't seen it in a really really long time, man. It's kind of frustrating, and a lot of people kind of laughed at my best in the world fantasy cards because it kind of just seemed kind of random. I completely understand that, and I know a lot of people were telling me, that Ring of Honor really needs to focus on their homegrown talent, especially now with the changing of direction and the Sinclair television deal. But I don't know, man. For Best in the World, when they promoted that as the greatest show in Ring of Honor history, this is going to be the show. Really, I really wanted to see guys like Kenta, Marufuji, and some other Noah talent come back, or even some other international talent. I just really wanted to see it. Like I expected a great card because I really didn't feel like the Ring of Honor, like especially coming off the Super Card of Honor 6, I really didn't think they could top that card from top to bottom as far as just their own roster. And we really got a lackluster show. Not a lackluster show. What am I trying? It was a great. Don't get me wrong. It was a great show, great main event. But I really thought the undercard was definitely dull. And I'm gonna say definitely one of the weakest New York City shows in a really long time. But the DVD came out. I think it was yesterday. So I definitely want to see Davey and Eddie again. But overall, that show, I don't know, man. I just think they need to make more of an effort to bring in special attractions to shake things up, because I think the undercard is really stale right now, and even the tag team division, it's great and everything, but we're seeing the same teams face each other over and over again, and I just think you could definitely use the Noah guys to help elevate the Ring of Honor talent. So I really don't think that's the problem. I'm hearing from the other side of it is that Noah doesn't want to let their guys come over. They don't want to lose their guys, which is another argument that I just don't buy. Because in 2009, Kenta, wrestled for Noah and Ring of Honor. He still, tore it up in Noah and he tore it up in Ring of Honor. He had an awesome year. They pushed him in both companies. So I definitely think there's a way to work around that. I just think just from the outside looking in, I think the biggest problem is I don't think Ring of Honor management really, especially with Jim Cornette and obviously now especially with Sinclair, I don't really think there's interest as far as management goes of just bringing the talent in. Number one, I don't think they're interested. Number two, and I would kind of agree if they thought that the fans really don't give a shit about seeing Japanese talent, because you definitely heard it in the past time and time again. Like, I really don't know anything about these Japanese guys. Like, why should I really care about their matches? So that's another problem as well, and I could definitely tell that the thirst to see Kenta is not really as high as it was now as it was maybe back in 2007, 2008. So I definitely think it's kind of a different fan base. So it's just kind of frustrating for me because I really think guys like Kenta and Marufuji definitely helped elevate guys like Danielson, Nigel, and especially Davey Richards. When you look back to Davey's breakout match, you can't deny it was definitely against Kenta. And I definitely agree. I think Davey's first title defense should be against Kenta at Glory of Honor. I definitely think it's worth the money to bring him in, because honestly, I think the roster, especially with Claudio and Hero going to the WWE, I think it's getting really stale right now. Especially the undercard guys, they're really having a tough time. Like Prodigy Mike Bennett, Tommaso Ciampa, they're good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they have potential, but we're still getting warmed up to them. And I think these shows, especially the undercards, they really need to be a lot better. That's just my opinion. And so we'll see what happens. Let me know what you think about Japanese talent coming back in the Ring of Honor. And I know a lot of people gave me heat about it. They really need to focus on their homegrown talent. It's something that you hear time and time again. But I don't know. I kind of disagree with that. I think if anything, it helps elevate the other guys. So, and as far as fans being disconnected with a guy like Kenta or Marufuji, I think that's bullshit, because I think a lot of people did not know who Kenta was at Supercard of Honor 4. Even like Bill and Doug. I don't think Bill and Doug were that familiar with him, but if you watch the review, I think Doug even said, man, I'm sold on Kenta. So there you go, right there. Alright, so the top 25 Pro Wrestling Noah matches of all time compilation set. This isn't going to be a match for match review. I just want to let you guys know basically just give this compilation some attention, because I think this is an awesome way for some people that haven't seen a lot of the Noah stuff over the last 10 years or whatever. A great way to catch up on all the essential matches in the company's history, because they are a great promotion. I mean, you watch this set, you will definitely be, amazed at, the match quality, because pretty much every single match is almost great. So yeah, it's a cool concept. Well, it's like a countdown thing, which I really like. Yeah, I mean, very rarely do we see a compilation set presented as a countdown. I think the only other one that I could think of was the Starcade set. But yeah, this is. I mean, it's a bootleg DVD review. I know a lot of people don't really like bootleg DVD reviews, but still, I mean, the DVD menu is great. The quality is great. It's actually 9 discs, and you can actually buy the compilation for $25. I actually bought it at ivpvideos.com. I think there's actually other websites where you could buy the compilation. So yeah, give credit to the guy that made this set. I think his name is GBB Rudel. He did a great job. Obviously, he knew what he was doing. There was no filler on here. It was just, everything was great. So yeah, so on this set, you get to see, Kenta Kobashi's, some of his awesome GHC Heavyweight Championship matches. I'm going to say Kobashi in his prime. I definitely think it was. The stuff from 2003 to 2005, he just tore it up. I mean, look at the top 10. It's pretty much dominated by Kobashi. Also, you get, a shitload of Naomichi, Marufuji, and Kenta matches, especially like from 2003, 2004. That's when they used to tag up. So definitely a great way to catch up on all of the essential, Fuji Kenta stuff, which I had never seen a lot of that stuff, and I was really, definitely, none of the matches disappointed. They were all really, really, great to amazing, I would say. Also, you get the classic Marufuji versus Kenta match from 2006. I think this is their best match, actually. I think it's better than the 1-hour draw from 2008. I think it's better than Kenta's return match. So this is it. In my opinion, this is the best Kenta Marufuji, one of the best matches of the decade, without a doubt. This had so much drama in it. I mean, they really went through hell in this match. I mean, definitely, I think this match is kind of underrated. I mean, you don't really hear a lot about it, but it's definitely a 5-star classic in my opinion. I think it's kind of rated a little bit too low at number 8. But yeah, at number 1 they actually have Kobashi versus Kensuke Sasaki. And yeah, I can understand this being number 1. I think a lot of people were pissed off that it got the number 1 ranking. I think when you think of Noah, you kind of think of the Misawa versus Kobashi match from 2003, the epic clash of the two warriors from Noah going at it. But I think the thing with Kensuke is, I think Kensuke and Kobashi is more of a, I'm going to say it's more of an even matchup, because they're more similar. They both give the devastating chops. They're both really, really big. The crowd was great there. So that was actually from 2005, and it's definitely up there, in contention for, one of the best matches of 2005, which had 2005, as a lot of you guys know, had like 7 or 8, 5-star matches. So it's definitely one of the essential gems from 2005. So definitely check it out. Like I said, Misawa versus Kobashi at number 3 from 2003. I think this is their best match, and it really, this had like a Hogan versus Rock feel to it. This felt like, the two biggest icons in Japanese wrestling just going out there and just, putting on an awesome show. So Kobashi versus Jun Akiyama from 2004. This is ranked pretty high as well. This is actually voted the best match in the Pro Wrestling Observer in 2004. So this beat out the WrestleMania 20 main event, some of the other awesome stuff that the WWE put out in 2004. So I think it says a lot right there, and it definitely did deliver. I definitely thought it was a 5-star match. Kobashi versus Takayama, that's up there at number 5. Kobashi versus Honda. This really didn't quite, thrill me as much as some other people did. I know a lot of people were really high in this match. I imagine because of the storytelling. I'm not really sure why some people. I can't remember the exact reason why. A lot of people kind of praise this as being, the greatest pro wrestling Noah match of all time. But the thing about Honda was he really wasn't he didn't really physically impress me. Like when you first see him, it's like, can this guy really go toe to toe with Kobashi? But if you watch the match, I mean, he really, he just dissected him, and there was times when you thought Kobashi was just out of it. So it was kind of interesting to watch. But it just, I don't know, for some reason, but still, it wasn't like the match was like never in doubt for me. Like I knew Kobashi was going to come back and take this guy. So, but it's still a really awesome storytelling. I would say that I just wouldn't give it the 5 stars like some other people have. And so that, I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, you get to see, a shitload of great tag matches on here, particularly at number 12. if you haven't seen Kenta and Morishima go at it yet, you know, their match for the ROH title, I know was kind of disappointing. This match, they really made this match. The stuff between Kenta and Morishima, I mean, they really rocked the house in that match. So, you know, I never seen them really go at it, you know, hard before. Kenta versus Suwa. This is Kenta's only singles match on the set. This is at number 11. This is when Kenta was the GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion, and yeah, this is awesome. Suwa, you really don't see heels like this in you know, Japanese wrestling or pure or whatever. But Suwa, you know, played an awesome heel. He tried to get himself disqualified, tried to hit Kenta with foreign objects, kicked him in the balls, took off the turnbuckle. He got in Joe Higuchi's face, started, you know, trash talking to him. So this is a war. It definitely was. This is a great babyface versus heel match in Noah. Definitely check it out. 4.5 stars. I really loved it. What else do we have here? I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I said, a lot of tag matches. Yeah, it's pretty much really dominated by tag team wrestling. So, you know, that's pretty much the only stuff we're talking about. But every single match was awesome. So, hope you guys will check out this DVD compilation. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.